Today we are going to learn about Gina diodes, and before going to explain, I will differentiate what are the different type of diodes. So basically diodes are categorized into two types. One is PN junction diode, another one is metal semiconductor junction diodes. Under PN junction diodes there are several types. The major one are rectifier diodes, faster recovery diodes, and TVS diode, or we can say ESD protection diode, and GINA diodes, and variable capacitance diodes, and high frequency diodes. Under this metal semiconductor diodes are two types. The one is the Schottky barrier diodes and high frequency Schottky barrier diodes. Now today we are going to learn about the this GINA diodes. So what is GINA diode? GINA diodes is a semiconductor devices. So these diodes are specially designed and highly doped PN junction diodes. And these GINA diodes permits the current to flow in either directions, either it may be forward or reverse direction. And the GINA diodes is a special type of diodes designed to reliably allow current to flow backwards when certain set reverse voltage known as the GINA voltage is reached. And the another point is ordinary diodes are forward biased and work in the only forward direction, whereas in a GINA diodes these works in a reverse biased condition. That is the major difference between the normal PN junction diode and the GINA diode. Next, moving to the another point, the doping level of this GINA diodes is somewhat higher than the normal PN junction diode, so that it can be give a sharp breakdown voltage. So this is all about the GINA diode. Now symbol of GINA diode, same like general PN diodes, it has also has two terminals, namely one is anode and another one is a cathode. If you observe at the cathode terminal, it is a name called like Z. That is the major difference between the indication of the normal diode and the GINA diode. Whereas for simple PN diodes, it is in a straight line here, whereas GINA diodes, the symbol is like Z. So that is the symbol of GINA diode. Now if we talk about this real time components, so it will comes with the orange color and with the black color at one end. It has two terminals to mount on the PCBs. So now how to identify which terminal is the anode and which terminal is the cathode? Simple. If the device has a black mark, that is we can say this is a cathode terminal with respect to this anode terminal. So in that way we have to identify anode terminal and the cathode terminal. So now construction and working of the GINA diode. So a GINA diode is similar to the conventional PN junction diode, except that it is heavily doped to achieve sharp breakdown voltage. So when we talk about the general diodes, general PN junction diode, actually they will allows the voltage and current in only one direction, especially the diode is in forward bias. So when in reverse bias, they will not allow the voltage and current. That is the application of the general diode. Where in case of this GINA diodes, due to heavily doping, there is a possibility to conduct the voltage and current in the both the direction, in the forward bias region as well in the negative bias region. I will explain that clearly within a voltage and current characteristics of the GINA diodes. So that is what these GINA diodes are, modified form of PN silicon diodes used extensively for voltage regulations. So this is the voltage and current characteristics graph of the GINA diodes. So as I said, the Zener diodes are in forward biased. So forward bias means this anode terminal is positive with respect to the cathode, means then the Zener diode is said to be is in forward bias region. At that time, if you observe the what happened to the voltage and current of the Zener, this is then a voltage graph, this is then a current graph. If you observe the voltage, it is from increased from 0 to some Vf. Here Vf is in a forward voltage. In this case, for this Zener diode has a forward voltage drop in between 0.3 to 0.7 volts. So it will drops the this forward voltage, and then after that forward voltage it allows the current. So if you observe at this Vf point only, it started to conducting the current. So that is the working of the Zener diode, especially in forward bias region. So that is what these Zener diodes are works in a forward bias region, same like as in a normal diode. If we talk about the in a reverse bias mode, when diode is said to be reverse biased, this anode is negative with respect to cathode, then then that Zener diode is said to be is in reverse bias region. So in this reverse bias region, this if you observe this voltage and current of this Zener diode, from this 0 voltage onwards up to till this Vz means Zener voltage, it will not allows the current. That is the main working principle of the Zener voltage. See, up to Vz there is no increase in the current. After the it reaches to the Zener voltage level, then it started to allowing the current in the reverse direction, that means reverse current. So that is the major advantage of the Zener diode. It will conducts in the reverse bias mode, and it will allows the current after breakdown voltage reached. So after that it will not increases the voltage. If you see, the voltage graph is not no more increased, only it is stable at Vz only, and but it allows the current. So this is that is what the reason these Zener diodes are used to be in voltage regulation applications. Now we will talk about some key terms related to the Zener diode. So what is Zener voltage? Actually, the Zener voltage is at which voltage that Zener diode is allowed a large current flow through the device at constant potential. As I mentioned in the VI graph, till it is reached to the Zener voltage, it not allowed the current. Then after only it allowed the current. So that is what this the main parameter to select uh, in real time. Next, reverse saturation current. So it is the current flowing through the device at reverse biased condition due to the flow of minority charge carriers. Now what is the current? The current of a Zener diode is the maximum current that can flow through a Zener diode at its rated voltage. Next, power rating. All Zener diodes have power rating that should not be exceeded. This defines the maximum power that can be dissipated by the package, and it is the product of the voltage across the diode and multiplied by the current flowing through it. Next, Zener impedance. This is basically termed as the dynamic resistance of the Zener diode. It is defined as the ratio of small change in Zener voltage and current. Now we will talk about the uh, applications. So this Zener diode will be used in voltage regulators and meter protectors and wave shaper, reference elements, switching applications, and clipper circuits. So now we will talk about Zener diode datasheet information. I have selected this 1N47 series Zener diodes from diodes make. And as they mentioned in the futures, these Zener diodes are capable of 1 watt power dissipation, and the Zener voltage range from 3.3 volts to 75 volts. If we, that means if we required 5 volts Zener diode means we can select 5 volts. If we want a 75 volts Zener diode means we can select 75 volts also. They have range from 3.3 to 75 volts. And if you look at the tolerance, they mentioned that these devices are plus or minus 5% tolerance devices. That means if we selected any 3.3 volts GNR, it will works less, plus or minus 5 percentage of 3.3 volts. So now we will talk about the electrical characteristics of this GNR diodes. In our example, I am taking this 1N4728A part, and that this part is for 3.3 volts GNR diode. So if we observe VZ, so this will the breakdown voltage is 3.3 volts. That means it allows the current in the reverse bias region after it reaches the 3.3 volts at cathode terminal. So this is the major parameter we need to take care about. This is a test current. So it allows in the only up to 76 milliampere of current, and these are a maximum Zener impedances, and these are a maximum reverse leakage currents. So leakage current means when the Zener diodes reaches to its breakdown voltage, till that time it will allows the current, that current we say as in a leakage current, that will be in a microamps. Actually for this diode, in this diode this is in a 100 microampere. So it allows the maximum surge current at 8.3 milliseconds wave is 1.3 amps, and the temperature coefficient is minus 0.08 to minus 0.05. So in this way we have to select the Zener diode. The major parameters are the Zener voltage or breakdown voltage, then the maximum capable of current, and we need to take care about the wattage and tolerance. Now we will understand the real-time example. So now I will talk about the question. A 5 volts stabilized power supply is required to be produced from 12 volts power supply input source. The maximum power rating of the Zener diode is 2 watt. Using the Zener regulator circuit, calculate the maximum current flowing through the Zener diode, the value of the series resistor, the load current. If the load resistor is 1 kilo ohm is connected across the Zener diode. So if you observe, this is a Zener regulator circuit. How we can say this is a Zener regulator circuit? If you observe that input voltage is connected to the Zener diode using a series resistor, and this load is connected parallelly to the Zener diode. So that's why we can say this is a regulator circuit. So now we will calculate the maximum current first. As we know, wattage is equal to voltage into current. So by that way we need to maximum calculate the maximum current of the Zener diode. So in this case we know they have mentioned it will allow the maximum power of 2 wattage. So wattage we know that is 2 watts. The voltage they requested us for 5 volts is required. So output need 5 volts. The input supply plus V and 0 volts is 12 volts DC supply. So the question is input is 12 volts, but we need 5 volts at the load. So now we understood that maximum current is 400 milliampere. Now we will calculate then a series resistor. The series resistor will calculate the difference between the source voltage and the this Zener voltage with respect to the Zener current. So in this case, what is the source voltage? Is the 12 volts DC power supply. So that is what 12 here, minus VZ Zener voltage. How to select Zener voltage? At which voltage it should allows the current, but we need here 5 volts power supply. Means if we want 5 volts at output means we need to select 5 volts diode, Zener diode. So that is what we have selected default 5 volts Zener diode. So 12 minus 5 divided by GNR current. We have calculated the maximum current for this circuit through GNR, that is 400 milliampere. So 12 minus 5, 7 by 400 means 17.4. So if we get the 5 volts, if we applied the 12 volts, we need to take care of the 400 milliampere through this GNR diode. So for this, what this series resistor to be selected, in this case this is in a 17.5 ohms. Now we will calculate the load current. Actually, what is the current as per Ohm's law? I is equal to V by R. For current IL, we need to know about the Vz by RL. So what is the GNR voltage? We have selected 5 volts now, so that is why 5 volts. And what is the load resistance they have given? They have connected the 1000 ohm, means 1 kilo ohm resistor across the load. That is the 1000. 5 by 1000 means 5 milliampere. So this load current is only 5 milliampere. Means GNR allows the 400 milliampere, load only draws the 5 milliampere. Input is 12 volts, now output is 5 volts. The output current is 5 milliampere. GNR is allowed the current 400 milliampere. Now we will calculate the total current, that is the individual currents of the load and the GNR. So the GNR current is 400 milliampere as we calculated firstly, and now load current is 5 milliampere, total 405 milliampere. The input voltage is 12 volts and output voltage is 5 volts. The input current draws by the circuit is 405 milliampere, that means 0.4 ampere. So by using these formulas, we need to select this series resistor, we need to calculate the total load currents, and we need to calculate the circuit parameters. So this is all about the GNR diodes application. So that is what, if the voltage is 12 volts but we got the 5 volts output, that is what this GNR diode is used as a voltage regulator. Now we will talk about the conclusion. This GNR diode is always operated in its reverse biased condition. A voltage regulator circuit can be designed using a GNR diode to maintain a constant DC output voltage across the load in spite of variations in the input voltage or changes in the load current. The GNR diode provides the reference voltage, but a series resistor must be in place to limit the current into the diode, otherwise a large amount of current would flow through it and it could be destroyed. The stabilized output voltage is always selected to be the same as the breakdown voltage of the device.